Most of us have seen movies that had scenes that made us pause, rewind, and repeat. While some scenes are too bizarre and therefore one must watch them again and again to let the entire scene sink in, many viewers watch certain scenes simply because they bring voyeuristic pleasure. In any case, Hollywood has given many pause-worthy and memorable scenes over the years. In this video, we tell you about some such scenes. Facts First presents the most paused movie moments we can't unsee. If you enjoy our videos, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, remember to press the bell icon to stay updated about all our latest videos. Basic Instinct's infamous interrogation scene. Sharon Stone's portrayal of Catherine Trammell in Basic Instinct established her as a global sex icon. The role was tricky to pull off, but Stone did a great job. The film also gave us one of the most paused movie scenes ever. After Catherine becomes a prime suspect in the murder of her boyfriend, she's called for interrogation. During the interrogation, Catherine sits in a sultry position in front of the interrogation team. She sits with her legs crossed, then uncrosses them, leaving little to anyone's imagination. The scene has young boys around the world hitting the pause button multiple times. The kissing lesson from Cruel Intentions. Unsurprisingly, Cruel Intentions has one of the most paused movie moments in cinema history. The movie is best known for seduction, deception, and dark teen drama. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Reese Witherspoon were audience favorites, and while Gellar's character Catherine was the vamp, she ruled the screen throughout the movie with her bold and fearless presence. Viewers particularly enjoyed the scene where Catherine locks lips with Cecile to teach her how to kiss. Red bikini scene from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. In 1982 came Fast Times at Ridgemont High, a coming-of-age teenage drama that featured Jennifer Jason Leigh in the role of Stacy Hamilton, a 15-year-old sophomore ready to tackle the complicated world of dating. In the end, Stacy becomes caught in a love triangle with Mark Ratner and Mike Damone. In one of the scenes, Stacy and her best friend Linda are taking a dip in the pool. Linda comes out of the pool in an itsy-bitsy red bikini and eventually takes it all off. No wonder the red bikini scene from the movie is one of the most paused movie scenes ever. If you're enjoying this video on the most paused movie moments we can't unsee, please show some appreciation by liking and subscribing to our channel. And while you're doing so, don't forget to press the bell icon. The famous Marilyn Monroe scene in The 7-Year Itch. Whether you've seen the film The 7-Year Itch or not, you've undoubtedly seen this shot before. The immortal scene where Marilyn Monroe is laughing as she tries to cover herself while the wind from the subway grate makes her dress fly up. What could have been a cringeworthy shot is considered one of the most beautiful of all time, and almost the first image your mind conjures when you think of Marilyn Monroe. What's even more interesting is when you consider the year the scene was shot, which was 1955. Back then, people were not as open to sexuality, yet the graceful way in which Monroe pulls the shot off has viewers pausing and rewinding for another glance. Shannon Elizabeth undressing in front of a live webcam in American Pie. Who hasn't heard of American Pie? The movie franchise was a rage in the 90s and 2000s and followed a theme of sex-obsessed teen hormones ardently. Since it's no surprise American Pie features on this list, although it may be one that it featured so late. The scene where Shannon Elizabeth undresses, thinking she's alone when actually she's on a live webcam, is one of the most paused movie moments. If you think of it, the premise is really quite creepy. Skull scene from Psycho. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho will remain a timeless classic. The film follows Marion Crane, who steals $40,000 from her boss and escapes. During one of the scenes, we see Marion staying at the Bates Motel. During the scene, viewers are introduced to her murderer, Norman Bates. Eventually, Bates is caught by police. However, during the final scenes of the film, Bates looks smilingly into the camera, and we see a skull superimposed over his face. This final shot leaves a lasting impact and shows Hitchcock's true genius. No wonder people see this scene over and over again. Bullet hole scene in Pulp Fiction. Quentin Tarantino is famous for his violent and unpredictable scenes, and therefore it's not very surprising we have a Quentin Tarantino movie scene on this list. The scene we're talking about is from the 1994 classic Pulp Fiction. In this particular scene, we see John Travolta's character Vincent and Samuel L. Jackson's character Jules dodging bullets fired at them by another person hiding in the bathroom. Funny enough, after the film released, some viewers pointed out that one can see bullet holes in the wall even before shooting begins. Now, viewers pause the scene again and again to see if this information is true or not. Steamy pool scene from Wild Things. The 1998 cult classic Wild Things narrates the story of two teenagers, Susie, played by Neve Campbell, and Kelly, played by Denise Richards, who accused their high school counselor of rape. The film starred Bill Murray as Kenneth Bowden, the lawyer who represents the two teenage girls. One particular scene from the movie will forever be remembered as an iconic scene. In this scene, Kelly and Susie exchange a long and passionate kiss in the pool. The film did not have much to it, and therefore it tanked at the box office. However, this particular scene made the film unforgettable. The most recreated step in Dirty Dancing. In the case of Dirty Dancing, the scene made the movie and not vice versa. We're talking about the final dance scene where The Time of My Life is playing and Jennifer Grey steps down from the stage to run and leap into Patrick Swayze's arms. While many pause the scene and rewind because it's simply wonderful to watch, others often pause it to try to recreate the step. From what we hear, it's not as easy as it looks. Drawing scene from Titanic. Titanic is one of the biggest blockbusters of all time. The film won 11 Oscars and broke many records. The love and romance between the socialite Rose, caught in a deleterious relationship with fiancé Cal Hockley, and the poor but pure Jack Dawson had viewers swooning. Jack Dawson is an artist whose images of naked women in Paris Rose very much admires. Thus, she asks him to draw her while wearing only the Heart of the Ocean blue diamond necklace. The two eventually make love in the back of a car, and minutes later, the Titanic hits the iceberg. Viewers often watch and rewatch the drawing scene from Titanic. Star Wars Stormtrooper headbanging scene. Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope gave us a scene that has since continued to be one of the most paused movie moments we can't unsee. When Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and the team go to rescue Princess Leia from the Death Star, their own ship is attacked by stormtroopers. While entering their ship, one of the stormtroopers bangs his head against the door. This blooper has become so famous that Star Wars fans often go back and watch the scene again and again. In the DVD version of the film, Lucas made the entire thing even funnier by adding a sound effect to the bang. The good girl gets a makeover in Grease. Grease is the original teen romance drama. It's loved for all the typical elements: a bad guy, a good girl, and their different worlds. Of course, John Travolta's leather jackets, coiffed hair, and smoldering don't hurt either. With the cliched plot, the whole movie is as predictable as it gets, but the ending makes your jaw drop. Sandra Dee, the bad guy's good girl, gets a total makeover in the final scene. We're talking head to toe in black, finished with a leather jacket, heavy makeup, and sparkling hoops. She's unrecognizable, so viewers are as shocked as Travolta seems to be. Amanda Bynes proves she's a girl and she's the man. If you're around 25 to 35 years old, there's a very slim chance you haven't seen the entertaining flick She's the Man, starring Amanda Bynes and Channing Tatum. The romantic comedy was a huge hit among the young. In the film, Bynes plays Viola, a girl who impersonates her twin Sebastian while he's away in hopes of making the soccer team. At one game, Viola reveals her true identity as she confesses her love to Duke. Those around are skeptical, and Viola raises her t-shirt to prove her gender. To say the least, viewers are shocked at the scene and often pause to check if it actually happened. Upside-down kiss scene from Spider-Man. 2002 gave us the first Spider-Man film, and also one of the most paused movie scenes we can't unsee. Tobey Maguire played Spider-Man. One of the most famous scenes from the movie is when Spider-Man kisses Mary Jane Watson, played by Kirsten Dunst, while hanging upside down. You may think it's the upside-down kiss that makes people pause often. In truth, many of the viewers also pause the scene for right before it when Kirsten Dunst's see-through shirt reveals a bit more to the eye than it should. X-rated word in The Lion King. The original Lion King was under a lot of fire when parents read articles on the internet claiming the movie had a scene where the word sex was hidden. In the scene, you can see Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa looking up at a starry sky, which apparently reads sex if you pause and try to discern a word. The word actually is SFX, as in special effects, and was intended to provide a special mention to the movie's special effects team. Of course, you can't blame people for misunderstanding. The words are awfully similar. The ultimate seduction in Wolf of Wall Street. If you've watched The Wolf of Wall Street, you know it has many scenes where you're shocked and telling yourself, I can't believe they showed that. But among the many scandalous scenes, one definitely comes in at first position unanimously. The one where Margot Robbie seduces her husband, Jordan Belfort, played by Leo DiCaprio. While there's no shortage of raunchy scenes in Hollywood, this one takes the cake, the icing and the candles. In an interview, Robbie acknowledged that the scene was shot in front of a crew of 30 men, which thoroughly embarrassed her. No one can deny the scene is unbelievably hot, so it's not very surprising that it's one of the most paused movie moments. What did you think about the most paused scenes we listed here? If you haven't seen some of these, go on and watch them right away. Did we miss any interesting ones? If yes, please leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting facts. Also, hit the bell icon to get updates on our latest videos.